Welcome back. Today I am joined by Elsie Addington, who is here with the United Update. Well, Elsie, it's always a pleasure to have you on. I feel like you're the go-to gal now.
Oh, well, sometimes I'm sure people have other names for me, Lisa, but it's a pleasure to be back. Thank you.
All right, well, you've got some really exciting stuff here for some alterations, it looks like.
Yes, this is pretty exciting stuff. I'm here on behalf of the Architecture Control and Standards Committee for for United Mutual, sorry. The chairman of this committee is Brian Gilmore. And this particular news, this is like breaking news from the Manor Alterations Department. I really urge you, this has not been voted on yet by United Mutual, and I urge all of our watchers to go to the next United board meeting, which is a virtual meeting. And what this is regarding is, well, I'll just jump right into it. This is component replacement permitless alterations, which is a mouthful for, we're going to do a 6-month trial run, hopefully, sort of loosening up the permit policy. We're just on a few designated items. Well, actually, there's quite a few. I'm just going to read this through, and I hope somebody out there is excited about this as we are on the committee. Again, the component replacement permitless alterations. For all the below items, no mutual alteration permit will be required, but notification of the change using this specified form is required. The mutual needs to be notified of the changes via an information and waiver releasing the mutual from liability form. Owner will be responsible for contractor liabilities and securing insurance certificates. Where city permits are required, the resident is responsible for obtaining the permit. This does not allow any replacement where asbestos could be released, such as but not limited to popcorn ceilings, linoleum tile with mastic, any mastic on the floors, and this document does not imply any variance. So basically, Lisa, this is, we're talking about for a 6-month basis, residents may be able to do some minor installations and replacements. It's like a like for like, which comes up, that's what we used to call this, was the like for like provision. And, but it kind of expanded, and we're gonna see how it goes. But this, the residents are still gonna have to cooperate in terms of sending in before and after pictures, so we can have this as an historical record of the manor. As you know, we keep historical records of every one of our manors, and we had a little problem with the last invasion, but we've got them back with a computer malware problem. But now we're up and running, and so we need those before and afters for the historical record. The trial basis will be for 6 months. We'll reevaluate after 6 months to make permanent or change the procedures. We'll see how they work. The member agrees to responsibility for damages due to any leaks to their or their neighbor's manors. So in other words, if somebody replaces their own washing machine or their own, whatever it is, and that's fine, but then if they cause damage to their neighbors, they are, as always, responsible. So this will like take on the nature of alterations in that respect.
Okay.
Category 1, this is to replace items that have already received alteration approval and are currently installed. Like for like replacement of items that have already been previously approved and permitted as alterations. This is the removal of the existing component and installation of the replacement, and will not change existing electrical, plumbing, structure, and walls. So in other words, it's got to be the same electricity load. It's got to be the same. This is like for like. Absolutely no cutting into walls, no demolition, no cutting into wall studs, and the like is covered under this document. Plumbing replacements will only cause the replacement of the tubing and the plumbing components outside of the wall, from the wall valve to the plumbing. This document is intended to be narrowly defined, and any components not expressly listed are not allowed. In order to fall into this category, the following requirements must be met. It's got to have the same size envelope. That means like where the appliances is being inserted, the same size envelope and location as the existing item, the same power connection, voltage, amperage as the existing item, the same or better function as the existing item, and the same plumbing connection and flows as existing, or better. For example, low flow toilets. So it's a toilet for a toilet, and even the new low flow toilet isn't exactly the same as the old flow toilet. It's still improved performance and takes the same envelope. Are you fascinated yet, Lisa?
Fascinated.
I knew you would be.
A few words I didn't know. That's good.
Okay, here. This is the initial list of some of the things you'll be able to swap out. This list are items where the members will take responsibility due to the fact that it's an alteration. These items do not require a mutual alteration permit or permission to change the item out. The only requirement is to notify manner alterations via a form, which is yet to be produced. It'll require a form as to what has been changed for the record. City permits may be required. The resident is responsible for this. That's another thing. You know, normally we go through manner alterations, and then if they need to, then they go to a city to get a separate permit. Well, in this case, if they aren't coming to manner alterations first and they need a city permit, then it's up to them. This will include alteration. I'm just going to say alteration once.
Sure.
This is for alterations. Refrigerators, stoves, ovens, microwaves, dishwasher, faucets, sinks, garbage disposals, kitchen countertops, including the backsplash, kitchen cabinet doors and fronts, alteration light fixtures, alteration ceiling fans, alteration shower enclosures and shower tub doors, bathroom toilets, bathroom vanities, hot water heaters, in-wall heat pumps and air conditioners, and central air and split system type air conditioners and heat pumps. Category 2. This is for component replacement in original unaltered areas. Like for like replacement of items that have already been previously approved and permitted as alterations. This is a misprint right here. This is for original, and I have a later version, sorry. This is for original stuff that came either from the manor, from the mutual, or was actually there originally, which is hard to believe all these years later that you'd have your original countertop, but it could happen. So this is for unaltered areas. This is the removal of the existing component and installation of the replacement. And this basically says the same thing. You can't change the electric, you can't cut into the walls, everything like I just said for category 1. Mm-hmm. And this document is intended to be narrowly defined in case you missed it the first time. All mutual, this is important. If you're replacing mutual stuff, like for like, all mutual owned appliances will be returned to the mutual, and all the mutual owned items such as sinks, countertops, etc. will be returned to the mutual to track what has been altered and therefore becomes the members' responsibilities. Also, by the mutual taking back all that stuff means that you don't have to get rid of it. So that's good. Component replacement requirements, it's got to be the same size envelope, everything like we just said before, same or better functioning. And the initial list is refrigerators, stoves and ovens, microwaves, dishwashers, kitchen countertops and sinks and faucets, kitchen cabinet doors and fronts, bath faucets, countertops, vanities and sinks, shower enclosures, and shower tub doors. Now, category 3 is all manners, decorative and functional. This is decorative and functional changes that do not require any notification to the mutual, applicable to both types of replacements. Now, this is curtain rods and other, so this is for, well, what it says, decorative and functional changes that are other than what we just talked about. So that's like curtain rods and other hangers required for plants and wall hangings, shades, blinds, other types of interior window treatments. upgrades to closets. Upgrade closet kits, including double poles and hangers, shelves, shoe racks, etc., and closet doors. However, again, if you're replacing closet doors, original closet doors, then you need to return those closet doors to the mutual so they can have a record of that. And also they save them sometimes in case you ever need them back. Not always. Shelving attached to walls for books, knickknacks, etc., in various rooms, and furniture earthquake protection. We added that as well. So you don't need any permit for that. Installation of wall hung and or floor supported storage cabinets, not in the kitchen. Addition of indoor carpeting over hard surface flooring. Change out of indoor carpeting to new indoor carpeting. But again, don't disturb that asbestos. Installation of hard surface flooring in those areas that are permitted in the community. Interior doors and hardware, cabinet hardware, lighting fixtures, outdoor solar lights, but they can't interfere with mowing, walkways, etc. Okay, so if you want to put out, those little cute solar lights. Now, deployment of this plan. The permitless alteration notification is required to send an email to a dedicated manor alteration mailbox. The email shall contain the manor number and the letter, your address basically, in the subject line. Pictures of the existing unit and the replacement unit are to be included into the email. Manor alterations will acknowledge the email through an auto reply, and manor alterations will reply instructions in a form on their website. And notice to residents, the portal or mutual manor alterations can tell them if appliances are owned by the manor owner. So I know that's just a lot of dry stuff at once, and that's the actual document, but we just wanted to let people know that the alterations committee and staff are really looking at this alterations backlog and trying to make things better for everybody. So I don't expect you all to have written that down, but this more will be coming out. So keep your eyes open because it'll be out on the blast. And if it gets passed at the Tuesday meeting, but we anticipate that it will be.
Elsie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity, and thanks for squeezing me in.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
And we'll be right back after this.